Welcome viewers. In this session, today we'll learn about Helen Keller. So it's very popular chapter, well known about Helen Keller. And in this chapter, basically we'll learn about Annie Sullivan, the teacher of Helen Keller. Now, I will discuss with you about the summary and gist points of this chapter. So when I talk about Helen Keller, in this chapter basically we learn about that Helen Adams Keller was born a healthy child in Alabama on June 27th, 1880. At the age of 19 months, Helen became deaf and blind as a result of an unknown illness, perhaps fever. As Helen grew from infancy into childhood, she became wild and naughty. And we know, dear students, that she became very obedient. She used to behave like savage. And we have also online classes we'll be going through and we'll learning about more about this chapter. So we come to know that on her 7th birthday, Annie Mansfield Sullivan came to Tuscumbia to be her teacher. Whose teacher? Helen Keller's teachers. And Annie was a 20-year-old graduate of the Perkins School for the Blind. She was just 14 years older than her pupil Helen. So who was pupil means student here? Helen Keller was the student. And who was the teacher? Annie Sullivan. And she too suffered from serious vision problems. Who suffered serious vision problems? Means, Annie Sullivan also suffered from serious vision problem, as well as she is a teacher now and she has come to teach Helen Keller. But thing is that Annie Sullivan is now capable of seeing. She has no vision problem. In her childhood she had this problem. And Anne's success with Helen remains an extraordinary and remarkable story and is best known to people. Dear students, we come to know in this chapter that the story of Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan teaches the world that when you are mentally powerful, when you have the willpower, you have the will, nothing can stop you in this world to pursue from the dream, to fulfill your dream, and so on. So we'll have more discussion about this in the classes, online classes as well as offline classes. And I suggest you to go through the books. It's very simple. And learn more about the Helen Keller, that how she managed through the Braille process, Braille script, to learn more about the words and so on. She, at that time, she was one of the popular at still today, and also she was the graduated among the women, educated, and also she is a writer, playwright, and inspiration for the world. Now here, this would be for a help, for your help, so you can have go through it. Where she was born, dead, resting place, means where she was buried. About her occupation means author, political activities, lecturer she was. About her education also, notable works, she wrote book also, and her signature being here. So we all are learning actually about the Helen Keller. Now discuss about the word bank, and this word bank you should write in your English literature fair copy. So frustration means irritation. Disobedient means badly behaved, on who doesn't obey. Savage means wild. Spill means to flow over. Remarkable means extraordinary, something which is very much memorable. Fruitful means productive. Conked out means broken down. Buxom means fat. Loaded means full. Stiff means sharp. Stammered means stuttered, one who is not able to speak properly. A stammering. Fluttered means flickered. Grope means search. Tormented means suffered, one who is suffering or going through the hardship. Isolated means remote or cut off. Emphatically means given forcefully. Let's talk about the MCQ. Question number 1. Helen Keller was born in a town in, and the correct answer is USA. Question number 2. As a child, Helen was a very, option A will be the naughty. Question number 3. Miss Sullivan had been almost dash as a child. And the correct answer will be the number C, blind. Question number 4. Helen insisted on going to a school for dash girl. Okay. So, and the answer will be number C, normal girl. Question number 5. Besides English, Helen could also speak in, option number A, correct answer is French. And then question number 6 talks about Helen spent her life trying to help people who were, and the correct answer is physically challenged, option number C. Let's talk about the comprehension now. Question number 1. Where was Helen Keller born? And the correct answer is that Helen Keller was born in Alabama, a small town in USA, on 27th June 1880. Question number 2. Who came to meet her on her 7th birthday? And the correct answer is that Helen's teacher, Miss Anne Sullivan, came to meet her on her 7th birthday as well as to educate her. And this story all about revolves around these two characters, okay, and their success story, inspiration to the world. Question number 3. How did she help the other physically challenged people? And the correct answer that she helped the other physically challenged people by counseling and motivating them and so on. Question number 4. Why did Lily feel embarrassed and stammered? Lily was so embarrassed that she stammered like an idiot, trying to explain the problem ahead of them and so on. So here we find the story climax. And question number 5 talks about the describe how Helen Keller enjoyed the ride. And the answer will be Helen Keller was enjoying the ride by singing song happily. Question number 6. How did Helen check her place setting during the luncheon? And the correct answer will be that Helen Keller moved her hand over the object on the table before luncheon and memorized the objects where they were, however, and behaved like a normal people or person. And the comprehension question number 7. How did Helen feel about death? And this answer is very positive. Helen Keller believed rebirth after death. Her opinion about it was, it is no more than passing through one room into another. So it was a positive thought, and she believed that in next room she would be able to see. We will find fill in the blanks to complete the sentences. Here I have filled the blanks, and that is why it is underlined. Helen Keller became deaf and blind at the age of 18 months because of fever. In the summarization I have talked about 19, but according to your book, and it is given in your book, about 18. Helen got her early education at 7 by Miss Anne Sullivan. Question number 3. Helen became the first deaf-blind person to graduate from a college. Even though Helen was deaf, she could speak English and French. And the last question. In her 70s, Helen Keller was a slight white-haired woman with wide open blue eyes and a shy smile. Dear students, you continue to learn. Write this summary of this chapter, word bank, MCQ comprehension in your English literature fair copy. Continue to learn, and we will also have interactive online classes. There you can raise your questions. We will have face-to-face discussions too. Till then, all of you take care of yourself. Thank you.